Buying the wrong budget laptop is the fastest way to get a slow PC that drives you nuts. I'm showing you the only 5 laptop models under $700 you should even look at in 2025. These are the machines with 16 gigabytes of RAM, M1 power, and all-day battery life. Forget the junk. Let's find you the best value laptop on the market right now. We start the countdown.
Starting off our countdown at number 5, we have a laptop that represents the future of this budget category, and it's the Asus VivoBook 14, specifically the model with the brand new, super efficient Qualcomm Snapdragon X CPU. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, a Snapdragon chip? Isn't that what's in a phone? And you're not wrong, but this is different. This is the Snapdragon X series, which is Qualcomm's major push into full Windows laptops, and it's a big deal for this budget price point. Why? Because the name of the game in budget computing is efficiency. Think about the traditional slow PC you're trying to avoid. That slow PC uses an older, cheaper Intel or AMD chip that generates a ton of heat, requires loud fans, and absolutely destroys your battery life. The Snapdragon X chip is designed from the ground up to be incredibly efficient. What this means for you, the average user, is that you get snappier performance for everyday tasks like browsing, streaming, and light word processing, all while sipping power from the battery. This is a massive shift, and the VivoBook 14 is one of the first models to bring this technology down into the affordable sub-$700 price range, which is why it grabs the number 5 spot. It's the beginning of the end for those slow, hot, first-generation budget chips. But the processor isn't the only reason it's here. The 2 killer features that solidify the VivoBook 14's spot are the RAM and the storage. You are getting 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 512 gigabytes SSD. Let's talk about RAM for a second. RAM is essentially your computer's short-term memory. It's workspace, or if you want a simpler analogy, it's the size of the kitchen counter you use when you're cooking. If you have a small counter, say 4 gigabytes or even 8 gigabytes of RAM, you can only spread out a couple of ingredients at a time. The moment you open 5 browser tabs, jump into a Zoom call, and try to edit a document, your counter is cluttered and your computer slows to a crawl. That's the definition of a slow PC. With 16 gigabytes of RAM, you have a huge kitchen counter. You can have 30 browser tabs open, a Spotify playlist going, and a massive spreadsheet ready to go, and the computer can breathe. For a laptop under $700, 16 gigabytes of RAM is incredibly generous and is arguably the single most important component to ensuring your computer stays fast for years to come. Do not buy an 8 gigabyte laptop in 2025 unless you absolutely have to. This VivoBook gives you that breathing room. And then there's the storage, a 512 gigabytes SSD. Not only is this modern SSD storage ridiculously faster than the old spinning hard drives, meaning Windows boots up in seconds, not minutes, but 512 gigabytes is enough space for most people to store all their photos, documents, and essential apps without ever having to worry about running out of space. Many budget laptops still skimp and only offer 256 gigabytes, which forces you to constantly delete things or buy an external drive. The Asus VivoBook 14 respects your time and your storage needs. The screen is a standard 14-inch 1080p panel. It's good enough for general use, watching YouTube, and getting your work done. It's not going to blow you away with color accuracy, but it's clear, sharp, and perfectly functional. That's the trade-off you make when you demand 16 gigabytes of RAM and a modern, efficient CPU at this price point. Who is the Asus VivoBook 14 best for? It's best for the average user who needs a workhorse machine for general use and productivity, but wants to make sure they get ample memory and storage that will truly last. It's the safe, smart bet against the common problem of slow-budget PCs. It's efficient, it has the memory capacity of a mid-range machine, and it's priced right, which is why it kicks off our list at number 5. It sets a high standard for what you should expect from an entry-level machine in 2025. If your primary goal is to avoid the frustration of lag and sluggish multitasking, the 16 gigabytes of RAM here is your secret weapon. This isn't just a budget laptop, it's a future-proofed budget laptop thanks to the massive RAM and the ultra-efficient Snapdragon chip. It's not the fanciest, but it is one of the smartest buys you can make under $700. It solves the performance problem right out of the gate, and that's a huge win.
Moving up our definitive list to number 4, we have a laptop that feels like it accidentally fell into the budget category, the Dell 14 Plus. Now, there is a very important asterisk on this machine, which I need to get out of the way immediately. This laptop is only worth buying when you find it on sale. Its regular price usually puts it well over the $800 mark, but Dell is notorious for running massive, frequent sales. And when this machine dips down under $700, it is an automatic must-buy at this price point. You might have to watch Dell's website or check some retailers, but the patience is absolutely worth it. Why is this machine so special that we demand you wait for a sale? It all comes down to two major things: the screen and the build quality. Let's start with that screen. The Dell 14 Plus features a display with a 2560 by 1600 resolution. You heard that right. That is significantly higher resolution than the standard 1920 by 1080p screens you get on 99% of laptops in this price bracket, including the Asus we just talked about. This is a resolution usually reserved for premium machines, laptops like a MacBook Pro or a high-end Dell XPS that cost over $1,200. What does that higher resolution mean for your eyes? It means everything is sharper, clearer, and more detailed. Text is less jagged, photos look more vibrant, and watching video content is a genuinely premium experience. For anyone who spends a lot of time looking at text, spreadsheets, or editing images, this screen is an absolute game changer. It's brighter, the colors are better, and it elevates the entire experience of using the laptop from budget to premium. This is the anti-cheap laptop screen. If you've been stuck with a dim, washed-out budget display before, the Dell 14 Plus will feel like a revelation. It transforms the act of simply reading an email or browsing a complex website into a comfortable, high-fidelity experience, something you rarely, if ever, get at this price point. The second reason this Dell is a standout is the robust build quality. Dell's Plus lineup is their tier just below their flagship XPS line, and it inherits a lot of that premium feel. You get a sturdier chassis, better-feeling plastic and metal composites, and a keyboard and trackpad that are simply superior to the flimsy decks you find on cheaper machines. When you pick up the Dell 14 Plus, it feels solid, durable, and reliable, like a machine that's built to survive a few years of being shoved in a backpack, rather than one that feels like it might snap in half if you look at it wrong. That physical quality adds a tremendous amount of long-term value. A well-built laptop is a fast laptop for longer because it won't be in the repair shop. Beyond that, the internal specs are strong. You can find configurations that push up to a terabyte of storage when on sale, which is absolutely massive storage for under $700. And while the processor may be an older generation than the Snapdragon X, it's still fast enough for everyday tasks and is paired with a very generous amount of RAM. But here's another hidden gem: the battery life. The Dell 14 Plus boasts incredible endurance, often pushing towards 20 hours of battery life for simple tasks. Now, of course, you won't get 20 hours watching nonstop Netflix at full brightness, but for a day of light work, emails, and web browsing, this machine just keeps going and going. It's the perfect laptop for everyday use when you need to be mobile, jumping from the kitchen to the couch to the coffee shop without having to worry about finding an outlet. This kind of longevity dramatically increases the utility of the machine. It's not just a computer, it's a truly portable device. Who is the Dell 14 Plus best for? It's ideal for the savvy, patient shopper who can find it on sale and prioritizes two things: a truly higher quality screen for watching content and working, and superior build quality that feels and acts premium. It's for the person who wants an everyday use machine that looks and feels like a luxury model, but costs a budget price. If you can snag this deal, you are getting one of the absolute best values in the entire laptop market. Don't pay full price, but absolutely keep your eye out for that sales window. This is a game changer when the price is right. When we talk about stopping the waste of money on slow PCs, part of that waste comes from buying a laptop that feels cheap and breaks quickly. The Dell 14 Plus is the antidote to that flimsy, low-quality experience, offering a level of fit and finish that rivals its much more expensive siblings. That 2560 by 1600 display especially makes a massive difference in daily comfort. Once you've seen a sharp display like this, going back to a basic 1080p screen feels like a huge downgrade. This is premium hardware at a budget price, but only if you shop smart.
Sailing into our number 3 spot is a laptop that perfectly nails the fundamentals for the largest segment of budget buyers: the Acer Aspire Go 15 2025. If you are a student,
If you're buying a laptop for a parent, or if you simply need one work machine that can do everything decently well without breaking the bank, this is the one that gets the job done. It is the ultimate budget-conscious buyer's best friend. Why does the Acer Aspire Go 15 land right in the middle of our top 5 list? Because it perfectly bundles the 3 most requested features into a single, affordable package: a large screen, ample RAM, and excellent ports. First, let's talk about the size. This is a 15.6-inch laptop. Now, in a world where everyone pushes smaller 13 and 14-inch screens, many people still prefer the classic 15-inch form factor. Why? Because it's simply easier to see. For reading large documents, for watching movies without squinting, for having 2 documents side by side, which is a lifesaver for students. That extra screen real estate makes a massive difference. And unlike some ancient budget machines, this is a good, sharp 1080p IPS display. IPS means you can look at the screen from an angle without the colors totally washing out, making it great for sharing what you're watching with someone next to you. It's a clear, comfortable viewing experience that many users will appreciate over the more cramped 14-inch competitors. Second, the RAM and storage stack is again exactly what you need to stop buying slow PCs. Just like our number 5 pick, the Aspire Go 15 often comes configured with 16 gigabytes of RAM and a 512 gigabyte SSD. I cannot stress enough how important this 16 gigabytes of RAM is. It's what prevents system slowdowns when you're doing real work. When you're managing a school project, you might have Google Docs, a research PDF, and YouTube open all at once. An 8 gigabyte machine will start to freeze and stutter. The 16 gigabytes in the Aspire Go 15 gives you that peace of mind. Pair that with the fast 512 gigabyte SSD, and you have a machine that boots quickly and handles multitasking like a pro, all while keeping that budget price tag. This combo is the bare minimum you should accept in 2025 to avoid frustration. The third, and often overlooked highlight of this Acer model is the port selection. In an era where some premium laptops only give you 2 USB-C ports, forcing you to buy annoying adapters for everything, the Aspire Go 15 is a connectivity champion. It includes a dedicated HDMI port, plugged directly into a TV or an external monitor without any dongles, a must-have for presentations or a home office setup. Multiple USB-A ports for all your older flash drives, printers, mice, and keyboards. You don't need to throw out your old gear. At least one modern USB-C port for charging and fast data transfer. This variety of ports makes the laptop extremely flexible. You can use it as a true desktop replacement at home and easily connect all your peripherals. It removes the stress and added cost of dongles, making it incredibly convenient for its target audience. The processor is usually a capable mid-range Intel or AMD chip for 2025 that offers reliable performance. It's not going to set any speed records, but for web browsing, office suites, and streaming, it's totally responsive. It's what we call a set-it-and-forget-it machine. It just works reliably and efficiently. Who is the Acer Aspire Go 15 best for? This is the ideal laptop for anyone needing a big screen and a reliable workhorse for basic tasks and browsing, who wants to keep their spending as low as possible while still getting high-end multitasking capacity. That's 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you want that classic 15-inch experience, tons of storage and memory, and great connectivity without having to track for a rare sale, the Acer Aspire Go 15 is the definitive midpoint champion in the budget laptop world. It's simple, it's practical, and it guarantees you're not spending money on a slow, frustrating machine. It's a guaranteed smart buy for the student or everyday family user.
Now we are getting into the real cream of the crop, the machines that offer something truly unique and special. Our number 2 pick is the Lenovo Flex 5i Chromebook Plus. If you told me 5 years ago that I'd be recommending a Chromebook as one of the best budget laptops under $700, I would have laughed. Chromebooks used to be slow, plastic toys, but everything changed with 2 words: Chromebook Plus. The Chromebook Plus designation is the single most important development in the budget computing world. It's not just a brand name. It's a standard. When you see Chromebook Plus, it guarantees you get a minimum set of specs that eliminate the slow PC problem entirely. A modern Intel Core i3 or better CPU, at least 8 gigabytes of RAM, a high-definition 1080p webcam, a solid 128 gigabytes of fast storage. Why does 8 gigabytes of RAM work here when I said you need 16 gigabytes for Windows? Because Chrome OS is a lightweight operating system. It's designed to run beautifully and efficiently on less hardware. What would make a Windows machine lag suddenly becomes lightning fast on Chrome OS. The combination of an Intel Core i3 and 8 gigabytes of RAM means this machine absolutely flies when you're doing web-based work, which is 99% of what most people do anyway. This is a crucial distinction. It stops the lag where it starts. The Lenovo Flex 5i Chromebook Plus specifically takes this great performance foundation and adds a layer of premium versatility that you just don't find anywhere else at this priceo. The 2-in-1 touchscreen design. The hinges on the Flex 5i allow the screen to fold all the way back on itself, instantly turning the laptop into a chunky, functional tablet. This is amazing for students who want to take digital notes with a stylus, or for general users who just want to curl up on the couch and watch Netflix in tent mode without a keyboard getting in the way. That versatility makes it a perfect all-in-one device, blending a traditional laptop with a large tablet. You're getting two devices for the price of one. Let's talk a little more about the experience of Chrome OS, because it's the major difference here. Simplicity. It's incredibly easy to use. There are no complicated settings, no confusing menus, and virtually zero maintenance needed. It updates automatically and stays fast. Security. Because it's based on Google's systems, it's one of the most secure operating systems available. It's virtually impossible to get a virus. Google ecosystem integration. If you live in Google Docs, Google Drive, and Gmail, the integration is seamless and perfect. It's built for that life. Android apps. You get full access to the Google Play Store, meaning you can download and run your favorite Android apps right on your laptop, often better than you can on a Windows machine. The addition of the 1080p webcam is also a surprisingly high-end feature for a budget machine. Most $700 laptops still ship with a blurry, low-quality 720p webcam. With the Flex 5i, your video calls, whether for class or remote work, will look clear and professional. This attention to modern essentials shows why this machine is so highly ranked. Who is the Lenovo Flex 5i Chromebook Plus best for? This is the hands-down best choice for students or any user who primarily works online and wants the perfect combination of speed, simplicity, and flexibility. If you spend most of your time in a web browser, streaming video, or using Google's suite of products, the Flex 5i is faster, simpler, and more versatile than any Windows machine in this price range. It's the ideal solution for anyone who finds Windows too complicated and just wants a machine that is always ready to go. You are intentionally trading the complexity of Windows for the lightning speed and versatility of the 2-in-1 Chromebook Plus experience. This is a massive step up from the slow, older Chromebooks of the past and is a truly smart purchase in 2025. It guarantees you will not be stuck with a slow PC, but with a highly specialized, zippy web machine. It takes the number 2 spot because of its perfect execution of the Chromebook concept, offering a complete, polished, and surprisingly premium experience that is specifically designed to perform beautifully under this price cap. And now, we arrive at the undisputed champion of the budget laptop world. The machine that is so good, we have to talk about how to buy it secondhand or refurbished because it is the single best value in all of tech history. Our number one budget laptop under $700 is the Apple MacBook Air with the M1 chip, late 2020 model. I know what you're thinking. A MacBook under $700? Yes. And here's the crucial point. Finding a slightly used, refurbished, or on-sale open-box model for around $650 or less is entirely possible right now. And when you do, you're getting a machine that still beats virtually every brand new Windows laptop under $1,000. It is simply in a class of its own. This is how you stop wasting money on slow PCs. You jump up a tier to a machine that redefines performance. Let's dive into the legendary Apple M1 chip. When Apple released this chip a few years ago, it fundamentally changed the laptop industry. Suddenly, a tiny, silent laptop could perform complex tasks that required huge, loud, high-power Windows machines to accomplish. The M1 chip is not just fast, it's ridiculously efficient. What does this mean for you, the budget buyer? performance that crushes the competition. Tasks like photo editing, light video work, and heavy multitasking happen instantly. You won't just avoid lag, you'll actually experience true speed and responsiveness. The M1 chip is so powerful that it still outpaces the brand new Core i3 and even many Core i5 chips found in laptops priced way over $700. This is performance you simply cannot buy new at this price. Silent operation. The MacBook Air M1 is fanless. It makes zero noise ever. You can edit a document or watch a movie in a quiet room, and the laptop will be completely silent. This is a premium feature that only very expensive or low-power machines usually offer. Legendary battery life. This is where the M1 chip shines brightest. Under normal use, browsing, word processing, and light work, the MacBook Air can easily deliver 15 to 18 hours of real-world battery life. Think about that. You can genuinely leave your charger at home for an entire day of classes or an entire business trip. No budget Windows machine comes close to this endurance. The freedom that comes with knowing you don't need to hunt for an outlet is worth the price of entry alone. Beyond the processor, the entire physical experience is premium. 1. Premium build quality. It's an Apple laptop. It's built from a single block of recycled aluminum. It's thin, it's light, and it feels absolutely rock solid. It's the definition of a machine that's built to last 5 to 8 years, not just 2 or 3. 2. The keyboard and trackpad. If you spend your day typing and navigating, you will appreciate this. Apple makes the best trackpads in the business. They are large, perfectly accurate, and feel effortless to use. The keyboard is crisp and comfortable for long typing sessions. These are the input devices you will interact with every single day. And the MacBook Air provides the absolute best experience available, regardless of price. 3. The display. The 13.3-inch Retina display is sharp, bright, and color accurate. While the Dell 14 Plus has a higher pixel count, the sheer quality and brightness of the MacBook screen make it superior for general viewing and work. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: how to buy it under $700. Refurbished markets. Look at certified refurbished stores, particularly Apple's own refurbished store or reputable third-party vendors. These units come cleaned, tested, often with new batteries and a warranty, and they frequently fall into that $600 to $680 range. Student discounts. If you are a student or educator, check educational pricing, which often drops the entry price dramatically. Patience. These deals pop up constantly. The M1 is 2 generations old now, and the prices for excellent condition units are dropping steadily as new models come out. Who is the Apple MacBook Air M1 best for? This is for everyone. It is the perfect device for users in the Apple ecosystem who are looking for a reliable, powerful laptop deal. It's also for the budget buyer who is sick of compromise and is willing to buy slightly used hardware to get an absolutely top-tier experience in performance, battery, and build quality. If you can find this laptop for $650, you are getting what is effectively a 3-year-old flagship that still outperforms the brand new $900 mid-range competition. It is the definitive #1 pick because it allows you to truly escape the budget experience without exceeding your $700 budget. You stop wasting money on slow PCs and start investing in genuinely powerful, long-lasting technology. The M1 Air is the ultimate smart budget move in 2025.
All right, there you have it, the definitive 2025 list. We've managed to find 5 machines that totally demolish the myth that a budget laptop has to be a slow, frustrating PC. Let's do a quick recap of the top 3, because these are the machines you should be focused on. At number 3, the Acer Aspire Go 15 is your guaranteed safe pick. If you need a big 15-inch screen and that all-important 16 gigabytes of RAM for multitasking, this is the simple, practical workhorse that just works. At number 2, the Lenovo Flex 5i Chromebook Plus is the versatility champion. It's the perfect device for students and web-based users who want the flexibility of a 2-in-1 touchscreen, the amazing 1080p webcam, and the lightning-fast simplicity of Chrome OS.
And our number one pick, the MacBook Air M1, remains the absolute king. If you can track down a great deal on a refurbished model, you are getting an unbeatable combination of silent, crushing performance and all-day 18-hour battery life in a chassis that will last you a decade. It's the highest quality machine you can possibly squeeze into the sub-$700 budget. The message is clear. You do not need to settle for a slow, frustrating PC. The technology has finally advanced enough that you can get real speed, real memory, and real battery life without spending thousands. By focusing on models with 16 gigabytes of RAM or highly efficient chips like the M1 or Snapdragon X, you are guaranteeing a fast, enjoyable computing experience. Now, I've linked up all 5 of these models below, including tips and resources for tracking those sale prices and finding reliable refurbished deals on that MacBook Air. You can check those out right now. Which one of these 5 machines are you leaning toward? Are you Team MacBook or Team Windows Workhorse? Let me know in the comments section below. If this video saved you from buying a slow PC, or better yet, saved you money, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And if you want more honest, in-depth buyer's guides just like this one, make sure you subscribe before you click away. You don't want to miss the next one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.